Hello everyone, and welcome to some more No Wrestling! It's me here, Mark Silvester, and welcome today guys to another edition of TMNT No Wrestling's Let's Plays. Now what I want to do today guys is, as it's 30 years this year since the release of one of my all-time favourite games, being the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters for the Super Nintendo, and what I want to do is I'm going to be playing through the game as my boy, my favourite turtle of them all, Leonardo, in the tournament mode. And you have the amazing Konami, like do-do-do-do-do-do, because back in the day all the different companies had the amazing like little chimes, like you obviously have the PlayStation iconic chime, and you also have the Sega one, or you have things like the and you also have things like the, for example, the Capcom one as well, and it just such good stuff, man, such good stuff. So what I want to do is I want to show you guys in a sense the story, so you can see here the demo coming up in a second, where you've got Leonardo versus the Shredder. And the cool thing about this game is that there's 3 different versions of exactly the same game, where you have one release on the Nintendo, which came out the year after, it's like the original Nintendo, like the NES, and then you also had as well the Mega Drive / Genesis version, which came out just around the same time as the Super Nintendo one did, which is the one I'm playing now, or will be playing now in a second. But the cool thing about it is the fact that they equally distinctively, and I think for me, this is my favourite version. I remember playing it a lot when I was a kid as well, and then you can see here as well the profile of Leonardo and stuff. It's just so cool just to see it all and stuff. And it's just such a cool game, and it's very sort of like similar in its way of playing as Street Fighter, where there's a lot of different. I know this one only has 4 buttons, where Street Fighter usually has 6 and stuff, but a lot of the button commands are heavily influenced by Street Fighter and stuff. We've got obviously the quarter circle, the charge back, the charge down, and you know, all the different kind of moves and stuff. It's just so cool to have all these different distinctive characters have a very distinctive and strong feel to Street Fighter, because as you can see here, the characters being like War, Asuka, Wingnut, Armagon, Shredder and stuff, and that kind of thing, showing off Chrome Dome too, and it's like showing off all different characters. And you can see here as well the turtles discussing about, this show looks interesting, as Leonardo says. Hey, April's going to be covering that show. Huh? Shredder's name was on the entry list. I wonder what type of evil plan he's up to now. And you got here as well Splinter coming out saying, my sons, the challenge has been made. Let me see how well you have done in your training. And Michelangelo goes, yes, Master Splinter, we won't fail you. And you can see here over all the 4 saying, brothers, it's nothing personal, but I'm going to win. I'm going to focus all of my energy towards this battle. Let's show Master Splinter what we have learned. And you can see in a minute here, you can see the amazing shot of all the 4 different turtles, where you've got Raphael, Donatello, Michelangelo and Leonardo appearing, and then you've got the amazing shot here as well of the title screen. Because the cool thing about this game is you have tournament mode, versus mode, and story battle. Where the differences between the different versions is story mode, or story battle, sorry, you only play as the 4 different turtles. Versus mode is obviously just a generic versus mode where you have you against another player. But you also have as well, which is really cool too, Watch, which is where you can have like the CPU versus the CPU in itself and stuff as well, which is really cool. And then tournament is just basically just a generic tournament mode where you choose one of 10 characters to play through, and then you fight against at the end the Rat King and Karai. So it's really cool. So you got here Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, Michelangelo, Armagon, Wingnut, Chrome Dome, Asuka, War, and the Shredder. And you also can play through as well, only in 2-player mode though, as Karai and the Rat King. Now the battle that you've been waiting for. The ultimate tournament in the galaxy. The winner will receive more money than he can possibly imagine. And obviously when you play as Asuka, it will be then she can possibly imagine, because it always depends on the gender of the character, because obviously all the characters themselves are male, except for Asuka. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to load the game, make it, and I'm going to find it so I can then play against War. So that's a character I like playing against first. So yeah, perfect. What I needed. And then I'm now going to be choosing Leonardo. There we go, Mount Olympus, second time round, booyah. Because the cool thing about this game as well, with the story mode, obviously in that story mode you have Karai kidnapping Splinter as well as April, and then you go around across New York trying to save them and stuff, and all around America depending. I see it more as New York than the whole of America, because it's, you know, even at Mount Olympus and you've got like like water thing. So to me it seems a bit kind of weird and that kind of stuff as well, but you have to go through different parts of New York, and then you fight against different, obviously all the enemies that you like, obviously like War, Asuka, etc. and stuff, and then you fight against, depending on who it is, could be the Rat King, could even be your doppelganger, and then you would, you know, you save April / Master Splinter. And then at the end of the game, you would then fight against Karai. But you only fight against her if you do it from level 3 and higher, like medium and higher difficulty. Because otherwise, if you do it on the easiest difficulty, you don't fight against her. You only fight against the Rat King at the most. Ah, you fucker. So close to getting a special move there. And this is a really cool game too, that this is the first ever game to have special moves in a fighting game. Where the year afterwards we had Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, came out in '94, and this is the first game to have it. So each character has their own distinctive special move, where Leonardo has this amazing move where he does thousands upon thousands of punches and stuff. Donatello has this amazing huge dragon he launches across the screen. You've got Michelangelo does his amazing like different combination move where he does like his rolling attack into like different kicks into the Rising Thunder. I'm going to go back to the specials in a minute, but you better not fight me with your feeble skills. You should spend more time training. And obviously as well you had Leonardo there saying his winning speech and stuff. And then you have Raphael launches in the end, throws a load of like pizzas or like these circular projectiles against you. Shredder's special move is like a big lightning bolt, which they took a lot of inspiration for Shredder's Revenge with. Asuka is gets in the middle of the screen and basically makes this big like weird looking wavy sort of electrical shocking kind of move. Chrome Domes is he basically explodes, covers a lot of the screen. Wingnut is he yes, got him. Wingnuts is where he jumps into the air and then flaps around with his massive wings and these big like projectile like circular, sort of a bit like the scrolls from the original NES Turtles game attack hits you. Armagon's special move is where he causes the waves to come up. Wars is where he does this like big orb of like energy around him which then goes across the entire screen. And I believe that's it. All the characters. Shit. Yes, got him. Then that's everyone, yeah, so they each have their own distinctive and very different feeling, special move and stuff. I know you can technically include Rat King and Karai, where Rat King's one is he lifts up the opponent and then does this amazing big like explosion move, where Karai is basically the Dark Thunder, which he then uses like the lightning, which then she uses the same move again in Shredder's Revenge as one of her specials as well, which is really cool to see the influences of this game into Shredder's Revenge, where her normal special move that she does, where she jumps in the end, does all these amazing big punches. you actually have that move in Shredder's Revenge as one of the special moves that you can do as the jumping move, because each of the character has 3 different like special kind of things where I'm being destroyed now. Fuck it. Shit. Well, you've got one that's just a normal standing still move. You've got another one which you jump, and you've got another one where you just do a roll into it, you know. So it's really cool to kind of see a lot of the influences and stuff from this game into Shredder's Revenge, because obviously Karai was never a character that was in the 80s cartoon, but she was in a lot of the games like this, for example, which was heavily based on the 80s cartoon. And yes, I know they took a lot of inspiration as well from, for fuck's sake, from the Archie comics and stuff. But you can definitely see the hint of the Turtles from the 80s cartoon stuff as well. And I just love the design of the Turtles as well, because I think for me they look the coolest here. And as much as I love the 80s cartoon, I do think for me this game has such an iconic look to them and stuff, and that's one of the looks that I've always loved. Like, I love this sort of like 87 cartoon meets like sort of that Jim Lee kind of look, you know, the guy who did Michael Dooney look, with a bit of a Kevin Eastman feel. You've got the movie kind of feel to it, you've got original comics as well, so to me it's like such a cool look to the Turtles. Shit. Ah, you fucker. Thought I got him there. I hate the Shredder as a CPU. He just blocks the fuck out of everything, so you literally have to just attack him, literally have to be jumping. And then it's just, you fucker. Shit. There we go. Oh, you fucking arsehole. Oh, I knew it was going to happen. As soon as he hit me with that charging attack, I knew I was fucked. Because that's the only thing about the different specials is, as much as Leonardo's special to me is one of the best, I also kind of think it is at the same time as well quite weak, because as you saw there, if they hit you, you're fucked. But with for example, let's say you've got Donatello's or even Wars, for example, it's pretty much indefensible. Like, you will be hit by it in some way. You might not be exactly... Fucking hell. You might not be, in a sense, I don't know, Oh, you fucking arsehole. Did it again. Like, you know, you might not... You know, the only thing you can do is either block it or take the full hit. And even then, with the block, you will still take a lot of damage. But yeah. But also, as well, Donatello, in a sense, is quite an OP character. I mean, as long as you can hit some of his big moves, especially the one that's kind of, in a sense, like the 100 arms, or the, you know, or the 1,000 kicks by... Ah, fucking hell. Or Chung-Li, for example, as well. You know, it kind of adds more sort of dimension and sort of like different ways of how you want to play the game and stuff. And obviously as well with the different special moves you can do, where you've got the quarter circle punches and stuff, and you've also got the charge backs, the charge downs, all that kind of stuff as well to it. Really adds more sort of like dimension and stuff to the way the game plays and everything. And it's just really, really cool. And also as well, I forgot to mention too that I absolutely adore the like the pictures of your character as well, like, you know, the icons as well. I just think they're so cool and so designed well. Such an awesome design, man. This game in general is just amazing, and also as well, it's just so cool too that the Shredder's look as well is heavily influenced as well from the 84 comics, you know, the Mirage comics, or the 1990 film and stuff. It's just so cool as well. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes. Oh, he does it all the fucking time. Oh, you fucking asshole. But I also love as well the background. We've got the different foot soldiers like cheering you on and stuff, or cheering the Shredder on and stuff. I just love the little nuances to the different stages as well too. Okay, block him. Throw him, sorry. Yes, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, got him, finally. 1 round. 1 more to go. Fucking hell, he's hard. I forgot, as much as I love this game, I forgot just how fucking OP, even at like normal difficulty, some of the CPU is. That's fine, he's blocking it, I'm happy with that. I'd rather him block it than do that bloody move. I think he's saying charge crush, I'm not really sure to be honest. Yes, got him! And the cool thing about Leonardo's moves as well, because the endless screw is exactly the same motion as the Harasamuruken, but it's a punch rather than a kick. And you see again as well, April talking to Leonardo. I missed out the one with Raphael because I was talking and, you know, about different stuff. You can hear, so I did it. Do you see the results from many years of training? And obviously you got winner, Leonardo. And a really cool thing about this game as well is there's 2 different versions. You've got obviously the Western version, which is made for Europe and the Americas, for example. But you've also got as well the Japanese version, which is known as Mutant Warriors, which has the turtles have a lot more like higher voice. Even the announcer when he goes fight is a lot more lower in his tone of voice as well. And there's also as well a few differences. Like obviously they made, obviously in Japan they made it added a bit more sort of like stuff to Asuka. Obviously they toned it down in the West, but then obviously in Japan, you know, as they do in Japan. But with some of the stages, they're quite different, because especially as well in the Channel 6 or Studio 6 stage, whatever you want to call it, you have it where because in the Western version, which you can see here, you just stop. But in the other one, you can kind of see you can fight through the wall, and then you go towards the back arena, like the backstage area, where you can see all the different like cameras and all the way that they produce the show and stuff. It just adds a lot more sort of dimension to the game as well, you know. Because I remember doing it back at college, where we kind of did our like the studio and stuff, and you can see obviously the backstage. We can got like the production area, sorry, where you've got all the different screens and everything else as well. I just think for me it's just so cool just to kind of see that and stuff. And you can see there as well, congratulations, you've won the match. What are your thoughts? Because each time you win, you then get to speak to April. And she says, it was a hard fight, but I haven't given up yet. Which is quite surprising, because last time I played through this game, I lost a lot of times against Michelangelo there, so it was quite nice to finally beat him first time round. And now you've got a bonus stage, which obviously in a lot of fighting games there's always a bonus stage, and this is when you have to destroy the saves and stuff, or the safes. Is it the saves? The safes? I think it's all I'll just say all the different saves, all the different safes. I don't fucking know how to pronounce it, so there we go. And I did it! Yay! Perfect. Annoyingly, you don't get as many points as you would do in Street Fighter, because in Street Fighter you get 30,000, but hey, I'm happy with anything, really. Who am I fighting against next? I'm fighting against another blocker in Asuka. Well, she's another character, a bit like the Shredder, who just blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks. So does Chrome Dome as well, but he doesn't do it as much as Asuka does. You know. And this music as well was just amazing. You know. It's this and... it's this and Tales in Time, which has some of the best soundtracks in my opinion. Okay, is that going to be her? No, it's not. Fuck. And the really cool thing about this game as well is the lower in health you get, the faster the energy fills up. So that means the more times you can use your finishing, like your special move. So and it adds a lot more sort of like dimension and cleverness to the game because you're kind of waiting to, you know, fill up your special, because you can see here it's not filling out very fast, but then as soon as I hit in the flashing health, when you're low on the health and be like, okay, I'm close to being knocked out, that's when it fills up quicker, so. I think Asuka's the only character that doesn't actually have any, besides the Shredder, is one of the only characters that doesn't have any projectiles. But in a sense, the Shredder does have a projectile, because as you saw from the demo, he can block the projectile to go back to you, so he kind of does, but he doesn't, so yeah. Neither does Kurai or the Rat King, but they're more the bosses, so they don't want to make them to be too OP, and that kind of thing as well, you know, so it's quite interesting to kind of see the distinctive, like, feel, and obviously the moves and stuff as well too, so. I did it! Do you see the results for many years of training? A lot of times they say the same thing continuously, but I like to just at least say what Leo says, because to me I just think it's so fucking cool to kind of just repeat what it says. Thunderdome! My favourite song for the entire game. I know I love Back Alley and everything, but this song, is fucking amazingly good. I'm just gonna not say any more and let the song speak for itself.
Round two, fight!
And that was the Thunderdome song there, guys. I fucking love that song. It's fucking glorious. It's so, so good, man. I love it. Oh, and here you've got April talking to Leonardo again because you won the match. And he says, do you see the result from the many years of training? As he does, because Leonardo is fucking A. Next, we're back on the pirate ship. Oh, I hate Armagon. He's always a character that I always have trouble against, but I did figure out a way to kind of beat him, but it's a bit cheap, but against the CPU, it's not the end of the world, so. But, fucking hell, some of these moves take so much fucking damage off of your health, it's insane. Because a really cool thing about the game as well too is there was a mod that a lot of like fans of the game made, which they made into an even bigger game, being the TMNT X Justice League or Cross Justice League, however you want to pronounce it and stuff. And it's just so cool to have it where in the mod, being basically Turbo / Tournament Mode Champion Edition, that they've added different colours to all the different characters. They've made all the moves a lot more fairer, so rather than, in a sense, one move taking off a fucking load of damage, they've done it where, for example, you only lose a bit of your health. And I think for me that's like the best way to play it, because some moves, especially as well with that move you saw in the first round with the like jumping move against you and everything, and also sort of Rising Thunder, and if your other moves do a lot of damage, and it's like you can go from like full health to pretty much like a third gone really quickly. I did it. Do you see the results for many years of training? I think I've had that one about 3 or 4 times so far. Come on, Leo, mate. I know you've got more stuff you can say, buddy. Maybe it depends on the character you fight against. Maybe that's to do with it as well. And you've got the back alley here, because you've got only in this game versus this version of the game, you only have two colours. Where in Champion Edition you have, I think, about 6 colours. I believe you have in that game. I haven't really played it for a while, but I've seen it been played, and it looks so good. So I love that sort of stuff where people like do mods to like make even a great game even better and stuff. Because I know this game isn't seen as like as part of the FG, the fighting game community, as much like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, etc. But I still think it plays really well, and with the mods and the balancing and stuff, and making more of the characters seem more sort of like going from, let's say for example, a D tier in a way to like an S tier, makes it more fair in the way that it all works. Because I'll be honest, as much as I do love Leonardo, there are way better characters than him. Like Donatello, for one, is like definitely an S tier. If you're able to use him right and you basically hit the 1,000 bow move he does, that kind of, it can like do so much damage to you as well, which is insane. Just like the amount of damage and power that he has and everything. But that's the thing about fighting games as well. Like, even though I'll always be a Leo guy and I love playing as Leonardo and that kind of thing as well, it's one of those situations where if you're good with a character, you're making better. Like you can turn 1 second. What are your thoughts? I did it! Do you see the results from many years of training? Okay, said it again. Where you've got obviously the different characters and stuff, and you've got things like to do with the fact of the balancing, and if you're good as a character, for example, you can turn them from like a D to an A tier. And I kind of think through the many years of playing through as Leonardo, where I've had this game, or got the game very young, sold my Super Nintendo, got a bit back on Super Nintendo and been playing in it, and then since the release of Cowabunga Collection, I was like, hell yeah, this is back, and then you can play people online and stuff. I just think it's so cool to play against people online, because just see what characters they would play as and everything else. It's just so cool just to see just the way that I'm able to make Leonardo like play quite well, where beforehand I always used to play as Donnie, because he was the best turtle in the entire game. So, and the cool thing about Chrome Dome is the fact that his moves are very influenced by Dalsim, where you got the long arms and stuff, the long legs, which is very, in a sense, works because he's a robot. So yeah, and you've also got in the background there, you've got the neutrinos and the mouses, which is really cool, because you're in an art museum. I love the fact as well you've got this big fight happening and you've got just random people in the background just being like, yeah, nothing's happening here, I'm just enjoying the art, where I could be watching a giant turtle versus a mechanoid droid thing, that looks a lot like the Shredder. So, and I think it's so cool as well that they bring him back for Shredder's Revenge, but they do the fight where it is basically the Shredder fight when you fight against him in the SNES version of. Shit. Oh, fuck! Where you have to throw foot soldiers into him when he goes into like the first person view because he's far back, which is heavily inspired by the amazing boss fight from the Super Nintendo version of Turtles in Time. Oh shit. I'm hoping for a... That's cool. The roads you can do that, that's cool. Shit. Fucking hell, this guy. Yes, glad he did that. And also as well, I'm glad that it hit him before his projectile hit me. So that's the cool thing about his 1,000 punches as well, is that they're quite fast. And I find the really cool thing as well about the art, like the art for the manual and stuff. And then when you get the special edition of the Cowabunga collection and stuff, wait a second, let's go back to Leonardo. It was a hard fight, yes it sure was, but I haven't given up yet. And it's just so cool because you, when it happens and stuff, all the different art is designed around their special moves. So it's so cool to see Leonardo's one, him throwing off all his 1,000 punches, Donatello throwing off his dragon, etc. and stuff, and you know, I just think it's really, really cool. And here you got Donatello fighting a scrapyard. Shit. Fucking hell. Yes, got it. Good old back. And then you've got the other side of the stage, you've got Casey Jones. I just find for me that's just so cool just to see the background designs and stuff. And they could just done a generic background. I know some of it is quite generic, but then because obviously the limitations of the console and stuff, I just think it's just so cool just to see the way that they design some of these stages as well, and just adds so much more feel to the game. It adds so much more life to it and stuff. And they've also included other characters because that's the move I was talking about earlier. The foul, you know, the big bow against you. That move can take off, as you saw, so much fucking damage as well. It's insane and everything, and it's just really cool just to see these. Fuck, and also that move as well, just to. No, I'm dead. Fucking bastard. I fucking hate Donatello. That's why he's so good, man. And also as well, when you play as different turtles, because Michelangelo and Leonardo just go back to the generic poses you saw, where Raphael and Donatello do their special thing, where Donatello you saw does that like stretch across, arm across kind of him move, and Raphael like does a pose where he's lifting up his side. I just think it's cool that they make each of the turtles distinctive to each other, but also similar enough because obviously they're the brothers and they've trained for many years together as well, you know. Yes, got him. What a bastard. Ding! I just love the sound design of this game, and just the sound, just the music too is so good, man. You know, just listen to it. Fuck. Oh, fucking hell, that's a lot of damage already. There we go. Shit. Oh, fuck. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have gone for my special there, but I was being too cocky.
Round 3.
Fight! Oh, and also, I love, like they do in other fighting games, where you've got like the different sound or different voices, where normally they do final round, fight, or round, you know. I think for me, when it comes to I jumped too early. I think for me, the best game announcer when it comes to fighting games for me would probably have to be Street Fighter 2, not Super, because I'm not overly keen on Super's announcer. It's too like high in voice of my liking. I like the more sort of like round one, fight kind of thing. It's the original Street Fighter to Turbo, Tournament Fighters for the Super Nintendo. I think this is an awesome one, not the Japanese one, because that one with the fight has like fight, and it's just like nah. Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat 2 and 3 is an awesome voice, like round one, fight, you know. And I also love as well Tekken 3. Yes, got him. Thank the Lord for that. Left himself vulnerable, because that's what you have to do. You have to wait for the opponent to leave themselves vulnerable, because that's a lot of the things you have to do against Sagat, where if you get hit by one of his target uppercuts in Street Fighter 2, he can take off a lot of your damage, so... I mean, he can give you a lot of damage, so not take, you know what I mean? Donatello is very, very quick, because that's twice he hit me with a tech, because I went for a throw, but he hit his throw instead. It's like mad just how much power Donatello has in this game. I mean, there's a reason why Donatello's S tier, basically. I did it! Do you see the results from many years of training? If it has a many years of training when I go, I'm just going to do different voices and different pitches and stuff, because I'm just like, yep, the same thing over and over again. We have a surprise for you. Tournament fighters out there. The defending champion, Rat King, he's returned to defend his crown from this year's contestants. And this is then building up the return of the Rat King, because the really cool thing about the Rat King in this game is he has a heavily a wrestling-inspired moveset, and he does like drop kicks and power bombs and stuff. It's just so cool to have a grappling character in the game, where all the other characters are kind of more martial arts kind of, kind of different moves, where he's the grappler, you know. As you saw there, the drop kick and stuff, and he is a fucking arsehole. Especially if he catches you with his power bomb. And you can see here, like, obviously the stage here ends, but like I mentioned earlier, in the Japanese one, the doors open up and you see more cheese, I believe, on the right hand side, and on the left hand side, you then see, all the different like monitors showing you where obviously how the director does everything. So you kind of see like that, all that kind of stuff. It's really, really cool to see. I can't remember what the word is. It's kind of like, in a sense, like the studio where they do all their things. It's not the live studio. It's like the director's box, or whatever you want to call it. Is where he goes, camera 1, camera 2, oh, go to camera 3, no, camera 1. That kind of thing. Come on, get him. Yes, got him. And I think it's really cool because it adds more to the game and stuff as well. And I just love the background of all the different TDs behind there. You've got the money, you've got the tournament fighters, because obviously you're now fighting in Channel 6 studio, because this is basically where the whole tournament started and where the tournament was told about as well. So, come on. There we go. Again. Come on, yes, 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 yes! Yes! A fucking perfect, boys! I also love as well the different sound there too, because then it like adds more the fact you got a perfect, like they do in other fighting games where it's just kind of like perfect, and he obviously have a different chime than you normally would do. What's he going to say now? What are your thoughts? You'd better not fight me with your feeble skills. Oh, something different. You should spend more time training. Something different. My God. Here's April. We have news that may cause a big problem among the fighters in the tournament. New information indicates that a very strong fighter by the name of Karai is still alive. She has challenged the winner of the tournament to a final battle. Ooh, against Karai now. Ooh, I love good old Karai. And also as well, I love the fact with the Shred Revenge game, they took inspiration as well from her look from this game as well too, but they've kind of given her own distinctive look where they took inspiration as well from the iOS Ninja Turtles 87 game, where you obviously can unlock Karai from that game as well and stuff. And it's just so cool to kind of have the colours from this game and the kind of look from the game and the moves you can see that she does, like, she does it in a minute. Are you going to fucking do it? No? Where's the yeah move? I'm like, that's weird, she normally does it, but okay. But I also love this as well, at the background you got the moving train, you got the Channel 6 camera recording and filming your fight against Karai and stuff, but it looks so cool. The most awesome thing about it as well is when you go underneath the tunnel, there we go, you can see the helicopter disappears, but then it comes back. There we go, that's the move. Look how much fucking help that took off. And I love that sort of like nuance and like the little effect it does to the stage, because it adds more depth and adds just more fun to the stage as well too. It's just, oh man, it's so good, dude. So good. And as you saw there with the yeah move, that fucking takes off so much damage off of your health, man. It's insane how much damage that took off. And then it adds more like energy to her as well, because obviously she was weaker and you get more energy through being close to death and everything else. So yeah, it adds more sort of like nuances and stuff to the game as well. Makes it more interesting. Ah, fuck. And she does so many different moves that just makes you dizzy and then you're vulnerable against her, and it's just like, yeah. She is the true definition of a final boss. Fucking hard. Amount of energy she just got from that one block move, fucking hell. Ah, oh, fuck. Took me out. Karai is hard, man. Karai is hard. But that's what makes a great final boss though. But I do kind of find sometimes that when you fight against her with certain characters, she does become a bit more easier. But it's just the way that they kind of like designed and worked for the game, I suppose, you know. Because obviously with Donatello, she'll be quite easy because he's quite an S tier. Michelangelo will be alright and stuff, and Raphael will be okay-ish, you know. But you've also got like the Shredder's quite a good character to play as and stuff. And you've got Chrome Dome War, Wingnut, Asuka, quite quick, you know. So you've got... I blocked it, but I should have went down and blocked. And also as well, it's quite hard that when you fight against different bosses and enemies in the game as well. Is like when they pit you against a corner, it does get quite hard as well too. Okay. Ah, you fucking bastard. Yes, got her. Good old shining cutter. Because the cool thing about this game as well, you have obviously like you do in Street Fighter and stuff, you have the different speed of the projectiles. So you can either have it where it's quite slowish, or you have it more faster and stuff. And I just find it adds a lot more to like the strategy of how you want to do the game and stuff as well. Shit. I'm dead. It's that one bloody move that does it to you. As soon as you get hit by that one move, instantly you're out cold and then you're fucked. Karai is good, man. Karai is good. Oh, this music is so good, man. Do 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 do. Bow down 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 down. There are so many good. Come on, yeah. Character selection, like sounds and stuff as well too. I think like the music that I just love the Tournament Begins song from this game as well. It's just so good. It gets you pumped up. You can feel it's very much like a Ninja Turtles kind of feel song and stuff, and it's not just a been like, okay, this doesn't really fit the Turtles, but all the music in this game fits it so well, man. Fuck. I still think, as much as I love this game to bits, I still do think that, yes, got her. I still do think that Turtles in Time has a better soundtrack than this game, because as much as I absolutely adore Thunderdome and Back Alley, for example, I mean, you still got amazing classics like Sewer Surfing, Very Much Share Wounded Knee, and Neon Knight Riders, for example, but here's Leonardo with his final thoughts. I did it! Do you see the results from many years of training? You know, good old Leonardo. And here as well, you've got the ending, so it goes, my day training has paid off. I must now set new goals and set out to achieve them. The only way is to continue my training. And then it has here the TMNT Tournament Fighters staff. And it has all the different people that made the game and everything else. And yeah, guys, that was my playthrough of Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters for the Super Nintendo. Let me know, guys, in the comments below what your thoughts are about this amazing game and etc. And don't forget, guys, to like, follow and subscribe to Naya Wrestling. This has been Naya Wrestling, guys. I have been your amazing host, as always, Mark Silvester. And don't forget, guys, to take care and always remember, Turtle Power!
Rising thunder! Rising thunder! Power drill! Power drill! Power drill! Memory! Power drill! Memory! Yeah! Fighting cutter! Hiding cutter! Or a crusher! Hiding cutter! Or a crusher!